Hello. Oh, I've got no camera. Okay, we don't have a camera. Never mind. Oh guys, so we are just doing a quick little mission because after saying, oh, let's get rid of a few of these excess mods, I then found a few more I wanted to try, mainly based around the contract packs. So I downloaded all these contract packs and they're all here, and some of these do stuff and some of them don't, because we haven't got the mod that fits the contract. Didn't really filter them that well, I just grabbed them all. But anyway, there's one down here, the extra tourism stuff, which, to be honest, none of this doesn't seem to be. Some of these Kerbal Academy ones are going to get into, but the tourism one kicks off with a kick-off space tourism, probably enough. So what we want to do is take a crew member, passenger on board, Tyto Kerman. Now, I thought we'd do it with an SSTO, because all he's got to do is orbit around Kerman above 75,000 for 4 hours, and then get him home. It should be fairly easy to do. So we were looking at the Raven Spear. So I've got this Raven Spear. The Raven Spear in the planes package here is not an SSTO, it's a box standard jet. And these are all 3 stock here. So we've got, look at the Mark 1 for instance here. Got a nice big ramp air take, and these afterburning turbofan jets here, and wheelie on the back here. So that's fine for getting around Kerman, did it reasonably fast. Not quite, perhaps as fast as what's the other Raven Spear? Yeah, down here we've got the Mark 4, which again uses these ramp intakes here, and uses 4 of these Panther engines here. But it's not an SSSTO. So what I did is I took the 3 version. Let's have a quick look down at the 3 version here. We've got a Mark III version here. And I said, well, let's take one of those off. And let's take, leave those on because I still need the air intake. So take these on. Put that on, put a little bit of extra fuel on the back, because this is all liquid fuel, there's no oxidizer. And let's put some rapiers on it. And that's how we ended up with this. Here we go. So 2 rapiers and a nuclear engine, because the rapiers are okay, except once they're in space they need oxidizer. So I've got 2 FL800 tanks in here. All the rest of this, apart from this little bit here, is all liquid fuel. So all of this gives us 7,000 dV. But that's a little bit of a misnomer. It's not really 7,000 dV, because we're using a mixture of the Rapier engines, which will use liquid fuel at sea level, and then oxidizer in space, and obviously the nuclear engine as well, which will use liquid fuel in space and is not really worth running at. We just remind ourselves how rubbish those are. At sea level, 9 kilonewtons. So even in vacuum, they're 6 kilonewtons. Compared to the Rapiers, these here, producing 162 at sea level and 180 in space. So, and unless you're completely new, oh yeah, no. The other thing we need to do is, because we are taking, this cockpit here is only a single seater, so we could chuck Tyto in on his own and put some sort of probe on this. Or we could change this. Take the rapier out, change up to here. So we could change this to that, which has a a 2 version. Bingo, like that. Only not that, take that bit out. Swings and roundabouts. The other thing we could do is we could just put an extra cockpit on the back, like that, and we just put him in there. I prefer that. It does make it a little bit longer, but from a weight point of view, that there is 1.03 tons compared to that which is 1.28. That's 2 tons. So it's not that much weight difference. But yeah, I don't know. I'm changing my mind now. Right, well, as I said, the other thing to do is we have this Mark II drone core, and I can shove that in there somewhere, and we can just use that. Do need to think I'm going to use that. I do need to think about power and stuff, but come on. I've never used that drone core, I must admit. Now, even though this has got quite a bit of monopropellant on it, let's go with this. Let's go crew, and let's go Jebediah's going to fly, and we need to take Taito, just tick it, that's it, as the tourist. So he's going to get a really good view from up there. Now, we've got a fair bit of monopropellant, but we're not planning on docking anything. Not that there's any docking ports on this, but monopropellant might be quite nice when we come back into land, because I've not actually landed this. Never flown it with this extra bit here, never landed it. Splashed it once, that's about it. So let's go close that, and let's go for a launch. Hey Steel Brad, how you doing? Right, so once we get this loaded, I haven't strutted anything which these engines straight. I'm not sure they are. Anyway, let's get things going. Turn the nuclear engine off for a minute. Watch Taito's face. So we're doing the old Richard Branson thing here. Getting into space tourism. Probably the way to go. Right, go for a takeoff. And we're going to hold at about sort of 10 degrees. Let our speed build up. So I started saying earlier, if you're new to Kerbal Space Program, you may not know these ramjets. Just pin its stats up here. This thrust will increase quite dramatically with its speed. It does need this speed, does need the intake. And the more air you can push through it, the more it is. Just come up to Mach 1, as you can see. The extra cabin doesn't seem to make too much difference here. Give it a bit of a wobble on. So I've got SAS on. I'm not using the MechJet. Once we get up to about 400, I might just bring her up a little bit more. Just got to watch it, because while we're in the thick air, we are hugely susceptible to that'll do, to flipping. Thrust is still increasing, coming up to Mach 2. apoapsis is about 9,000, so the apoapsis is about 2,000 metres above our height. As long as that keeps climbing, that's good. We're up to nearly 700 metres per second. We're going to get some heating effects now, but we're well into the thicker part, or the thinner part of the atmosphere, but still the thick part. Going to start running out of air in a bit. At 20,000, I'm going to have to change to the closed mode, so we won't be using air. We can use the closed cycle on the rapiers, use up some of that oxidizer we got on board. Speed's still increasing. The thrust is coming down quite dramatically. Once it hits about 100, change to the closed cycle, you see now we're generating 180 kilonewtons. We've closed the air intakes as well. And you can see here how much dV we got with the oxidizer. Now that's not how much dV we got in total, because I could start the nuclear engine, which I could start now, to be honest, just give us that little bit of extra thrust. Won't be a hell of a lot more. But we are well up into the thin part of the atmosphere. Apoapsis is still climbing, time to apoapsis is climbing, so it's all looking good at the moment. Now I want to get to 75,000, that's what the contract needs for this tourist. We're getting there, still haven't, I was going to do a bit of physics walk, but this is all happening quite nicely, not too slowly. Right, that's the apoapsis up to 89,000, which is not quite what I wanted. Did it want at least 75,000 or smack on 75,000? Above 75,000, so that's good. So now we'll just follow the program. I'm going to turn the rapiers off. Should be able to circularize with these no problem. And I'm going to time warp up just a little. I want to get down to about 45 seconds. 45 seconds to apoapsis and we'll stop. Stop the time warp, kick the engines in. Client looks happy. Jebediah looks happy, but he's always happy. There we go, stop time warp there. And let's kick the engines in. Now it doesn't need to be a particularly circularised orbit, but time to apoapsis is coming down, but the apoapsis is climbing, so that's okay. Apoapsis isn't climbing particularly high, so I think it doesn't get too stupid. Partly because you're just wasting fuel. You're most efficient if you are burning out apoapsis, but we can't do that, certainly not with a nuclear engine. It hasn't got the power. Right, I'm just going to kick in the rapiers as well. Because now we're past apoapsis. So it doesn't tell us what our 180. There you go. Flicks between the, and that's it in orbit, and we will cut the engines there. Turn some lights on. Oh. Sorry. Our contract we wants to spend 4 hours in orbit. Didn't see any solar panels on this. Don't think there were there's a reaction wheel in the cockpit, so just waiting really until we duration 4 hours, so we could just time warp round. Wait for this to get up to 4 hours. Assume that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4 hours? Why is this not ticking? Any vessel, yep. Crew, yep. At least one, yep. Done, tick, 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 tick. But why is it not taking 4 hours? What's this? 4 hours in orbit. But we did take an hour to get up here. Don't know quite what's wrong with this mission. Let's do a physics warp for a bit, just to see if we can get that to tick over. Doesn't want it, does it? Right, let's take it around to 6 hours. Six hours for a Kerbin day? Or is that not 4 hours? Is that 4 days? No, that there resembles that. So we've now been 1 day in orbit. Going to point yourself. Retrograde. That's where our yeah. So I've got a little bit of a problem here where I don't have, going to run out of electricity. Well, I don't. It's definitely been longer than 4 hours, so let's deorbit. Got plenty of fuel, so I'm not too worried about doing it efficiently. Oh, what's that red line? Does that mean I have to? Okay, let's stop deorbit. Let's put periapsis down to 65. That'll be okay. It will be a nighttime landing, unfortunately, but does the red dot mean that's where he wants to, or is that some sort of funny waypoint mod? Don't know. Let's warp around here. We'll go prograde. We will warp to here. Actually, I do want to go retrograde. We want to bring our orbit down. I mean, in the atmosphere now. which means we have to use physics time warp to get around, which make it a bit slow. We'll get there. Just got to keep an eye on this electric charge, but I can kick the engines up. Probably want to go at about here, just right over sort of the desert side. Just tick that charge our battery up a little. Which will also bring the periapsis down, as you can see onto the side, so that's down to about 30,000. We're below 65. That will do. Right, let's go prograde. Before we start heating up. And pointing ourselves up. I have got plenty of liquid fuel, so I will be able to power my way back and attempt a landing, but my landings are not very good. Right, now we just have to let's point ourselves up at 20 degrees, it'll do. Yeah, no. Drop into the atmosphere. Look at that colour down there. Isn't that sunset? Bet that looks good on the ground. Not sure why it cuts off our line there. Okay. I thought I was further on than I was, but I wasn't. Just get a bit of heating on that. Height's coming down. 50,000. Here we go. Tyto still looks happy. Oh, let's get down to that. Yeah, it wants to flip. It's going to flip. Oh, I don't want it flipping. Right. Let's go and spin it around. I don't want it overheating on the cockpit. Cook our tourist, that's not such a good idea. Let's turn these rapiers on and we'll turn to open cycle as well. Go on, tip up. Here we go. Not too far. Not too far. Oh, too far. Too far back the other way now. Slow down. Come on, barn door. Think like a... they're flipping back the other way. Okay, let's use the RCCS. Doesn't seem to help a lot. Going to lose the heating effect in a minute anyway, below sort of 1200. As you can see, we're a little bit away from the... right, let's turn the RCCS off. RCS. And there we have it. So, we're at 21,000. I can get some sort of glide pattern going. Let's put prograde. And then we can turn that on, turn ourselves around. Watch our speed increase, that's good. Right, set ourselves up on a bit of a glide pattern. Got no electric charge, that's why my reaction wheels aren't going, but we can give ourselves a little bit. Whoop, flamed out. They're in air breathing mode. Shouldn't be. I'm actually falling quite fast now. Do need to get those on. Are they dead? Flamed out. In a hole. I didn't. There we go. Right, now we should get some speed up. About 6,000 meters, that's what I want. And we are now leveling out quite nicely. Right. Bring the throttle down to about half. Head over to 90 degrees. Ooh. Twitchy. Actually, it will be a bit twitchy because we're not going fast enough to make rapiers particularly effective, so... Right, now we're heading... We're at 6,000 meters-ish. Level flight, heading 090. Let's go and find our air station. Or our space center. Lots of liquid fuel for the minute. Throttle it down a little. Quick look at the map. 16 miles to go yet. Uh, 740 meters per second. Time to get some heating effects now. Take the engines down a little bit more. Still increasing speed. Still increasing speed. Taking the engines down, we're only doing about 30 kilonewtons thrust now, and the speed starting to drop. But there's the mainland. Just fly over. There's some mountains in the middle. We've got to watch them. Should be alright. Well, it's only 14,000. Just going to do a physics time warp, just to bring us up. Just watch that height, obviously those mountains. In fact, we'll change the altitude of the altimeter. Altimeter. A height thingy. Falling quite fast. I say falling, no, we're descending quite fast. Speed's coming down. Losing the heating effects, it's good. Don't want to be impatient and go too fast. There's home just up ahead, so let's slow it down. Cut the engine completely. I think that's home down there. I might be wrong. Speed's falling quite a bit. A quick look at that. Yeah, that should be home, just down there. I need to set this up because it's at every opportunity. I think I reinstalled it. Just have a quick look at some of these. I don't know what this set one is. I don't know what this satellite one is either. I think it's, I put scan sat or something in. Yeah, scan settings. So I did put that in, but I haven't had a chance to look at it. I don't think there's anything else there that wasn't there last time. Oh, I thought we might have seen some runway lights at this point. The speed's coming down quite nicely. It's over there somewhere. Ah, I am flying in cloud. That's the problem. I'm thinking it's darkness, and it's not, it's cloud. There we go. Right, so slightly off course. Try and roll around. Probably just need a little bit of thrust now. Get ourselves up. On. Going to do a quick save here. A second. Rank us round a little. Once we're lined up, it says straighten this up, bring the nose up. Used to fly a fair few flight simulators, but I used a Cytec X52 so joystick, flying with a keyboard, WASD. is not natural. Right, let's put the landing gear down because I have a tendency to forget. And we can cut the engine. Perhaps. Be also be happily landing on the ground. That's looking pretty lined up to me. Well, it was. Don't go up. Come around. Come around. Looking better. I do need a bit of thrust. I'm going to miss the runway. Oh, now I'm slowing, going too fast. All floppy. Alright, I'm just going to put it on the grass. Who needs a runway? I need to get down a little bit quick. $20 meters. Oh, come on. Just stick it on the ground and we're there. And I'll want to brake before we hit the runway. Well, there we go. I almost landed on the runway. Use brakes, come on. I hit the brake twice. And that's it. So, let's have a look at here. Still haven't done this. We still haven't. I suppose we haven't covered it yet. Let's close that down. Let's go. Let's just tweak the engines up. Take brakes off. Turn the lights on. I don't know why I didn't turn the lights on before, but get ourselves back on the runway. And apply the brakes again. Ooh, take the brakes off. Can we get up on the runway? Only because I don't know if it counts. There we go, now brakes. Engines off. And that's it. So, sort of half expecting it to come up with a, do you want to do this? But I suppose go recover vessel. And let's see what it gives us. Well, looking at this, the contract looks like it's been completed. It's one of these down here. Trying to find it. Here we go. Space tourism. Now, it doesn't show these as all being ticked off, but if we close that down, we go next. It does show that. Shows that. He's advanced, but we don't get to see him. And actually, we click on the contract. Click done on that. That's completion. There we go. 80,000 Kerbal Scoobies. Minus 20,000. I suppose that's the such we lost. We shouldn't have lost anything. Plus 2 science, 1 reputation, and if you watch my last stream, you'll figure out that actually my reputation's not very good at the moment. It was 68, and I crashed 3 Kerbals, came down to about 60 something. But then we did a long mission where we had to rescue Jebediah because he got stranded around Solar. We let a load of missions ditch, and that ruined our reputation. So, reputation at the moment, yeah, low 50s. I want to get it back up here. Well, we can get it into the blue above 70, 75, 80, something like that. So we'll do a few more of these missions. And if I come down here, look at the missions we've got for Tourism Plus. Let's see, offered. There it is. So we can bring 2 tourists over the site. It's like I see a specific site. So we could do that. We probably could do that quite happily. I don't know. If they're wanting to see the Southern Mountains in orbit, that means getting enough DV in orbit to change the inclination. That's we can do that. Tourists want to go visit Minma Station. 4 tourists in low curve and orbit. It's going to need a bit of a bus. Yeah, going to need to build a bigger bus. But I'm quite happy with the way that the Lear star, was it a Lear star? Whatever plane I was, oh, it's not in there. Booted into the wrong building. Open. Yeah. But I'm quite happy the way that converted to an SSTO. So might have to try that a little bit more. Let's just change to here. Probably these SSTOs, or we can try and work out the thrust to weight ratio. Could be a bit shady. But if we open this one, if I go for my original plan, which was to fit that, because that's a 2-man cockpit, or we can put in, what I have lost, that's because it's not there, it's in the payload, or is it, where is, there's a cabin somewhere. It's not in payload, is it in utility? There it is. Mark 1 crew cabins, there's 2 in there. So I could immediately make this better by putting that in there instead. So now we can carry, if I put a probe in there, that would be 3 of them. So shall we do that? Let's put a probe in. Let's come into here. Choose a pilot assist. Where's the stability assist? There's that one. Target tracking maneuver hold. Last, that's probably the better one. The Prototype Hex 2. Hex. Octo 2. Or QBE. What's the QBE give me? Can't remember off the top of my head. Come on. Just stability assist. And these give me the lot. That one as well. Progress crane, yeah. So we could put that in there, attach that to that, and man it up. Oh, I need to. I don't think I can accept the contracts from in here. No. Need to come out of here. Okay, won't let me come out. Save and continue. But I think that's a mission for another day. So we'll take 3 tourists over site. Trait pilot. So we'll accept it. They only want to go to a suborbital trajectory. So we can do that. But anyway, another day. Thanks a lot for joining me. If you like the video, let me know. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you all in the next one.